Friday, it's 11:33, and that means Tech Talk. Brought to you by our good friends at Hamilton Limousine. Marcus and the gang who had a great holiday season, I'm sure. Sponsoring our program. Adam Oldfield is here, the president and CEO of FPM and FPM3 Marketing. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. Yeah, New Year.
Holiday?
It was awesome. It was awesome. You know, surprising and exciting news is I'm engaged.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
I thought I'd see that on social media.
No, you know what? Some things.
You don't use social media much, do you?
Yeah, no. I kind of back off. That tech
right.
thing's so old school, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean.
I told you it was never going to catch on.
Yeah, you know, somehow it still exists. You know, it's got its small flavor. I figure we only have about another year and a half, 2 years to go, and then after that we're done, right? So, you know, we'll but for now, yeah, it was a great New Year, a great Christmas, phenomenal New Year's. Very excited about what's going on in 2017.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
To both of
Thank you
That's
so much.
And just don't wear the red suit.
No.
Right?
That's how I captivate. You know, that's how I pull it in. Yeah, exactly.
That was the clincher, wasn't it?
Blind and confused. That's the secret, Bill. Remember.
Wear that red suit, man. That'll get it done every time.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm so glad you're here because I love doing these segments with you. We get such great response to it all the time. But I know in your heart of hearts, you want to be in Vegas right now.
I do. You know, actually, I was saying to Michelle, this is one of our goals next year where some people want to go to Cuba, some people want to go to Jamaica. It's cold in Vegas, as we were just describing the weather. But this is the best time to go because this is the CES show, right? So the Consumer Electronics Show. And this is where you see some of the craziest, wildest, wackiest stuff. And you also get the chance to see some of the things that are, I would say, trending or expected to come out, like specifically Samsung. Obviously, we know there was a little bit of an elephant in the room when they got on stage and, you know, started off. And you know what? They handled themselves very well. They said, we're well aware of the fact that we know the Note 7 is one of those topics that were.
But I thought, you know, when you look back at some of the top stores in 2016, the Note 7 obviously was one of the big concerns, but they handled it well because, you know, they said, look, you can still buy them, but you can get a free fire extinguisher. I think that was very clever marketing.
I think they were more concerned about the actual VR experience where your eyeballs could get exploded if you stuck it inside your helmet. Yeah. But, you know, they did bring out the fact that they're still addressing the concerns, and they're gonna more or less share with everyone in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna see what actually happened with the Note. I think the other part that I found, this is just me being, I don't know, surprised, I guess, from a business perspective, is you realize how much Samsung has in regards to investments and assets when they announced that this was their biggest quarter that they've had in the 3 years they've been in business, even with that Note 7 catastrophe. Now, mind you, the Samsung products are being supplied to Apple and to several others. Plus, they have a whole array of other product lines, which include the television or LCD product lines that they have. And rumored, in fact, to be made is that Samsung's going to be supplying some of the SIM chips that are going to be in the new iPhone 8.
Really?
Yes. So, in fact, there's going to be two components that we're going to see in the iPhone 8. The OLED, so that display that they've been talking about in the new iPhone, where it's going to have a curve, very similar to Samsung. Well, it's been rumored and is fact that it's going to be now implemented in the new iPhone 8. So I think Samsung's got a nice cushion to kind of fit with, but their Galaxy line products are going to do very well. And in fact, coming out in this year is going to be the S8 and the Note 8. Now, let me tell you why this is important. It's going to revolutionize the whole smartphone environment. And I'll tell you the reason why. The S8.
Because I've heard that before.
You have, but this one's really kind of interesting. First and foremost, the S8 is going to have all the features of the Note 7. I brought that up before. It's even going to have the ability to have the stylus where you can actually sign in and use a stylus from Samsung. The real key component that's going to be revolutionizing, innovative, and what can we expect from our smartphone is the fact that the S8 becomes a computer. How they are little computers in your hand. But in this case, it's actually a computer. The S8 will connect to any monitor. It will also connect to a Bluetooth keyboard, and you can now turn your phone into a Chrome operating system on your desktop. This is game-changing. This is game-changing. So think about this. You now only need a 27-inch monitor. And Apple, I can't even imagine that's going to be one of their innovative game changers as well, is that you can now get your iPhone, get your Android or Samsung, and you easily connect it to a monitor. You no longer need a desktop. It will cost you probably less than $1,000 for a 4K monitor in a year from now. Your phone will be about $1,200, which it's about that price as it is.
Oh, sure.
But now you'll be able to connect your phone and make it your mobile hard drive / computer. You won't need anything more than this. So Samsung this year has officially announced it's going to do that. The other big thing, and I had this debate with one of our, actually a listener who said, I got the iPhone 7, I've got 4K display. First off, no, you don't. I'm going to make that very clear right now. Read your specs. You do not have a 4K display on an iPhone 7. You have the ability to record in 4K. So if you have a 4K monitor or screen, you can record on your phone. You'll be able to watch it back on the screen, but your iPhone does not have a 4K display. Samsung the Note 8 will have a 4K display. That's huge, Bill. Think about this. When we're getting into virtual reality, which is going to be a big thing in 2017, you can slide in your phone into your little virtual reality helmet and you'll have 4K display. If someone's listening right now and they're going, what does all this mean? What is this 4K display? Why is he so excited about this? Think about reality, how crisp it is when you look at almost like a Blu-ray and you're looking at almost the defined features of a movie and you can see everything about it. In this case, 4K display is in a virtual reality. It will make you not feel like you're looking Super Mario Brothers when you put in your phone. It will look like, when recorded correctly, it will feel like you're in that real environment. So that's only a year away. So get ready, because Samsung Note 8 is going to have that.
But no headphone jack.
No, they're going to go with, this is not a bad
You're a
thing.
glasses half full guy.
You know, let's not get crazy here.
I know. I'm just, it's an obsession for me. What can I do? By the way, let me digress for just a second, because I want to talk about some of the Samsung products that are going to be at this show, or are there in Vegas. Santa brought us one of those automated vacuum cleaners. You know, the one.
Yeah, it kind of zooms around.
Rebecca calls it Rosie. You know, like, remember the Jetsons, Rosie, that was the robot?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it does everything it needs.
It's fabulous.
Yes, it's pretty cool.
We have dogs. And,
yes.
And there's, you know, they're not supposed to shed, but every dog sheds, of course.
Yeah.
This thing, you got to program it. It runs at 4 o'clock every morning. Because we're the dogs don't seem to care about it either. They just kind of watch it. So that's kind of cool.
Right.
Cleans everything up. You get up at first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And the house is pristine. It's fabulous. And it docks itself.
Right. It goes
and does its thing and goes back to its dock and recharges. Well, except the first night. It actually locked itself in the powder room. Because it was cleaning behind the door and the door shut.
Right.
Let me out.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Yeah. Smack.
But I love these things. I mean, we take automation for granted, but these innovative ideas, which, by the way, was displayed, I think you talked about.
Yeah, that's right, the CS.
Yeah, at CS a year or two ago when they first came up with this thing. But now this is mainstream. This is like, who needs a broom anymore? Just get one of these things. Right?
Yeah, and it just floats around and kind of keeps the floor a little tidy, right?
Yeah.
So, there's going to be some interesting other products coming out, and you're going to love this one because there's a new one. I picked the top 5, by the way. And I didn't share this, by the way, folks, with Bill. So this is the first time he's hearing this. Sometimes I give him a little heads up on what we got. So I thought I would do this, just kind of my top 5 craziest innovative products. We spoke about the vacuum.
Yeah.
The next one that I thought was great is called the Keratassi Hair Coach. Now imagine it's a brush. It's called the Keratassi Hair Coach, and it's a brush, a hair brush. And what it does is it's got a little diodes and cameras in it. And as you're brushing your hair, it connects to your phone, and it will tell you if you're brushing your hair correctly. It will also be able to measure the quality of how your hair is dry or whether it should be moisturized. So this new hair coach is one of the new products we can expect to see in your bathroom in the next year. Okay. And it keeps a log file of how you should brush your hair, how you're currently brushing your hair, and what the quality of your hairstyle is. This is
important stuff, because you have to know what kind of shampoo to get, right?
Right. Or you don't know, you feel your hair is dry.
You need moisturizing,
whatever.
Yeah. There's about 18 different kinds of shampoo now, different stuff, right? Right. For dry hair, for wet hair, for
better direction for it. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So the next one, okay, the pregnant device. Get this. Now it's a little device that literally attaches to your stomach. If you're pregnant, you're going to love this. It will actually measure your contractions. It actually measures your contractions. It will keep a monitor. It's like a low level ultrasound.
When you're in labor?
And when you're in labor, or even when you're just wondering how's the heartbeat, of my baby going, or is there any complications? It's kind of a low-level at-home product, but it matches to your smartphone and will actually give you contractions. So you'll get a little monitor beating on your phone, giving you a little heads up to say, hey, you're going into labor. Not that they couldn't feel it, but in this case, your phone can tell you, and it can notify your family and friends when you're actually on your way to the hospital. So
this is not to replace the doctor, but
yeah,
it's kind of neat to know.
It is. It's kind of like a home fun little product. Now, this one is I thought, in my opinion, and again, many men might agree after nachos and otherwise, there's now a product that actually tends to help if you've got quite a bit of a gas problem. So these tablets actually are connected and will help you keep a monitor of what you eat makes you gassy. So this product is consumable and it links directly back to your phone. So for example, say you're out and it's Super Bowl's coming up, you're gonna have yourself a great time with the guys and you're eating chips and you love Doritos like Adam Oldfield does, and you're chowing them down, but you're finding you're getting a little gassy. Well, now this app will allow you to take the tablet, chew your food, and it keeps a monitor of whether or not you're going to be overly gassy because of this food product. So it will help you keep a better monitor of how you eat. So that's, I think, could be, again, over the counter, and nothing says, how's my stomach doing, than a smartphone tablet saying those nachos are going to give you gas.
I'm going to check my phone and see if I get a pizza tonight. Exactly.
How's that going to work on me, right? So this one is actually all the rage in China, and we've heard about pollution issues. This is a scarf. It's a battery-powered scarf. This scarf was actually developed by a French company, and what it does is it's
battery-powered
scarf. Yes.
Elton John's been wearing those since the 70s, but this is different.
It looks a little flowery and otherwise, but this product specifically actually has an air filter in it. It will keep and filter through pollution, which will probably be all the rage in China. So this new scarf filters around. So now not only is it filtered, it's stylish, because it was designed by a French company. It actually looks kind of interesting. It looks like a bunch of ninjas are walking around as they were showcasing this product. And it has, you can get it in different colors, different styles. You can get it printed with your favorite logo, your sports team. So if you're going to walk out in smog this year, we've now made it stylish, and you can filter the air as you walk and cover your mouth.
Yeah, these things are going to be mandatory in cities like Beijing, because of the air quality they have there.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Yeah, this is one of those.
I mean, if you're going to be protective, you may as well be stylish, right?
Well, and it is. It's actually pretty stylish. It looks kind of weird, but
better than a surgical mask.
It is. It is. It's actually quite stylish. It's safe. It's your breathability. I mean, taking it back to the gassy one, you can get a scarf, cover your air ventilation, and be able to monitor your gas issue, right? Now, the last one I thought made me laugh. This is the one that made me go, okay, now we've done it all, and it pretty much takes all the fun out of completely anything to do with fishing. This new product for fishing, get this, okay? It actually is a drone, an underwater drone. It comes with all of the elements that allows you to have a hook, line, and you can now film that fish approaching your lure, and will actually help you as you look above on your smartphone, whether it's an iPad, a laptop, or a smartphone. You can now monitor that fish, and it records in 4K. Okay, so now you get that real depth perception. It actually films in 3D, so you have a 360-degree feeling of this fish approaching your lure, and you can now play with it, see how big it is, monitor whether or not you want to give it a little more. It actually has a self-feeding bait system that actually will feed a little more worm onto the hook. So it's one of those, kind of takes the fun out of the whole fishing. It is, but now you can sit back and truly film it and sit with the guys when they say that's the biggest fish story I've ever heard of. Really? Well, here, put on your virtual reality helmet and let's go take a look at what I caught. So anyway, that one made me laugh. An underwater drone. And I think that's going to be something we're going to see a lot more in the future.
When I was a kid, my dad tried to get me interested in fishing, which by the way, did not go well. I mean, you just threw a line in the water and you hoped, right?
That's right. You just kind of, it could have been a pond or a puddle.
And I got friends of mine that are fab, they're very passionate about this sort of, and they use sonar and everything else. I said, that's not sport. Go to where the fish are, and then, you can actually see them. But now, you're right now, they're on candid camera.
They're on candid camera, and you can now keep a record of it and actually watch it back in again, 4K. I mean, that's actually pretty cool. It's like you're underwater, right?
By the way, people just coming into the conversation here, These are products that are available right now. I mean,
Yeah.
they're going to be marketing in the next little while.
And the last one, this isn't really a CES, but this is more of a fact. One I wanted to share that I thought we've seen now where bionic has actually connected with human. In England, this is a fact, they just launched the test. 10 blind people in the UK just got bionic eyes. And they're testing this. They did a test pilot about 2 years ago. And someone who was 100% blind had no visibility all their life were able to get bionic eyes. And it actually passed, and they were able to. Now, again, when I describe visualize, meaning that they'll be able to see, but not with 20/20 vision yet.
Sure.
They'll be able to make out shapes, and they can see colors, and it will still be equal to. They'll have to wear glasses to be able to form a visual. But 10 blind people are now being given bionic eyes, and this was part of the CES show. They were announcing that we're going to see more biotech coming out in the next year. So
that's huge.
It is huge. It is amazing. I mean, my aunt, who is 100% deaf, had implants in her ears. And I remember the day that she got her first, they turned them on. And she was in tears. And we're all thinking, are you okay? We're all in the room watching, and she's like, is it painful? Is it because they put them in? It took almost 8 months to heal, and when they actually turned the switch on, she said it was overwhelming, and the sound made her just cry at all the sounds in the world that she never heard, and we take for granted. The one she says she hates the sound of is ice in a glass. Every time someone puts ice in a glass, she still to this day is just irks her, because it's like nobody finds this annoying that you can hear this sound of ice hitting a glass. But yeah, she was 100% deaf, and my family's got a whole hearing issue on my mom's side, and she got her hearing back. And so
Incredible.
You can just imagine being blind, never having eyesight, and turning it on for the first time and knowing what red is and blue is. And now science has met technology, and we're able to actually give them eyes.
I know you don't necessarily push products, although, well, yeah, you do. Never mind.
Go Samsung.
I got an email earlier this week from one of our listeners named Simon, who's kicked off with the cable companies like a lot of people are. Says, I'm going to cut the cord.
Yep.
Ask Adam, and when I see him, so I'm asking Adam, what's the best option? Android box, Apple TV? Which way is he supposed to go here?
Android box is the best option if he's looking for a visual TV sense. As we know, there's a lot of court case. You and I will be talking about that, I'm sure, in Tech Talk in the future. Yeah. However, at the given time, if you're looking for an alternative streaming television experience, movie experience, Android is definitely the option, and the most inexpensive one for that. So you can pretty much find them on for the most case online. As I mentioned, your smartphone is just as powerful as an Android box. Sure. If anything, an Android box is a dumbed down version of a smartphone. So if you're looking for it, they're going to range between $150 to $200. Make sure when you get them, though, that whoever you're purchasing it from, they'll sometimes give you the access or load it with preloaded software, so you can go get it yourself. But again, it's one of those, why go through it? So anyone who's a legitimate Android box selling service will sell you a product all preloaded. You just literally go to it, and it should be stupid simple. So click it, download it, or click it and stream it, and you should have access to it. So get an Android box is well before.
What are the pros and cons of Apple TV?
Well, first of all, they're going to be stopping the innovation on it. So we're going to see Apple TV less development, just like they stopped the wireless router. When I say stop development on it, I believe Apple's going to be integrating it more into their other product lines. So their iPhone, for example. I expect that, and there's been rumors of this, so I'm not speaking on Apple's terms. The iPhone 9, not the 8, 2 generations down the road, is going to have the capability of having the streaming or sharing TV. Apple TV has always been one of those connected to iTunes and allows you to get access to your account to watch TV or movies as you wish. The iPhone will have the ability to connect to any monitor, and I truly believe that it will be a product within the phone itself. So it's probably not going to be supported, in my opinion, in the next 2 years, Apple TV. And if you have one, they'll let you continue to use it, but with any upgrades, it will eventually phase out. So I'm going to give Apple TV 4 years from today, being January 2017. I expect by no longer than 2020 that we'll think Apple TV will be a product, so to speak, that you'll use.
Okay, Simon, I know you're listening. As you say, you listen all the time on Fridays for Tech Talk, so I hope that answers the questions for you. And all. We're just about out of time. Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you.
Michelle.
Thanks, Bill. Yeah,
All the best
appreciate
to
it.
you.
Yeah.
We'll talk again next Friday for another version of Tech Talk, brought to you by our good friends at Hamilton Limousine. We're back after the break. The Bill Kelly Show here on 900 CHML.
You're amazing.